Family Dental, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gale's Gas Service. And now, Pierre Governor Sports on the official home of the Governors, River 92.7, drgnews.com.
There when you need them the most. Bank West Insurance agents Sam Kennecke and Angie Taylor are here to make your life easier.
As an independent agency, we're able to customize an insurance plan to fit your individual needs.
We work with dozens of companies to find you the best possible coverage and the best price.
For your insurance needs, contact Sam or Angie at Bank West Insurance in Pierre. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Insurance products are not deposits, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, and may go down in value.
Fall sports are here, and Beck Motor Company is proud to cheer on our local athletes. Just like teamwork on the field or court, you can count on teamwork at our dealership. Whether you're driving a new Chevy Equinox, a tough Chevy Silverado, or keeping your current ride in top shape with our service department, Beck Motor Company is here for all your automotive needs. Good luck to all our hometown teams this season. From your friends at Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. www.beckmotors.com, 605-224-5912.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt specializing metal roofing and flat roofing, new construction, plus all types of construction. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters. No job is too big or too small. For free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotaststormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The Garage Doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors can give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, from the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, from the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, from the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, from the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, from the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, from the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution.
Scott Nunn. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan. I'm Scott Nunn. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan. I'm Scott Nunn. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan. I'm Scott Nunn. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan. I'm Scott Nunn. What's your financial future?
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC is a separate entity from LPL Financial.
We're passionate about getting yearly mammograms because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. You can get a yearly mammogram to detect it early. Would it help if I requested nicely? Please, could you be so kind as to get a mammo? Or singing it. Get your mammogram starting at 40 or with a British accent. Schedule your mammo with an Avera Breast Center at avera.org/breast or call 888-422-1410.
Did you know 16 million Americans suffer from dry eye? Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marso of Central Dakota Eye Care. Along with providing comprehensive eye exams evaluating vision and health of your eyes, we now offer IPL dry eye treatments. OptiLight IPL is a new innovative light therapy treatment for dry eye and is FDA approved. Also available at our clinic are dry eye products and supplements. Call us today, 224-6128 for more information and to schedule an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Trip to Huron, second match against the Tigers in 2 weeks, but last match for you, Coach, was last Thursday down at Yankton, and I know that was a team that you go in hoping and expecting to compete with. You got a set on them, but all in all, a 3-1 loss. Unfortunately, just more of the same, and you just need more consistency on the court.
Yeah, we need more consistency in our playing. Whether we're playing an easier team or a harder team, we need to go in with the same kind of mentality. If we played against them like we played against Brandon Valley and played against Lennox, we take that game. And that's just the thing, is trying to get these girls to realize that they can play that well, and they can play that well all the time if they just put their minds to it. So really worked on that, talked about that kind of stuff this week, talked with them about what game plan is, what can we do different to get us off the bus a little bit better coming to Huron. And so we're trying some different things today for that, not necessarily on the court, but just ahead of time. Try and get ourselves in the right mood and mindset.
All right, with Huron now, and 2 weeks ago, they came in, swept you guys at your own gym, and that was a slow start match, but you competed with them pretty well in the second and third sets. So if you do get that good start tonight, you'd like to think that, hey, this is going to be quite a barn burner coming up.
Yeah, we went back and looked at, stats and what kind of didn't work for us when we played them at home, and one of the things was our pass rating wasn't very good, and they're not that hard of a serving team. So I don't understand why our pass serving was a little bit lower at that point. So we talked about that, of really doing our passing like we've been doing against some of these harder serving teams. And then that leads into us getting to be able to swing in the front row. We didn't get hardly any swings against Huron. Not good swings that really, not very many attempts. So hopefully we can get a few more swings today against them and show them that team that we can really hit.
This is one of the teams, I think, when you're defending, you pretty much know where the shots are going to be coming from, don't you?
Yeah, we definitely know they're super heavy. Number 20 on the right side and one rotation. The other rotation is 18, so we've just got to hone in on her. We're going to change a few things just to maybe kind of get a little more aggressive against those two hitters, but then be ready for everybody else to throw us something.
Yeah, and every now and then that setter will try to pop one over on you too. But I think it's still – even at this stage of the season, more or less, as coaches always tell me in volleyball, especially earlier in the season, but you're still just trying to take care of things on your own side of the net.
Yeah, really working on our side to just get ourselves a little more aggressive and not be so timid in the front row and kind of swing away at them, because they typically didn't do as good against that kind of stuff, but we just didn't get enough of it when we were at home. So really just kind of taking care of our side, watching what we need to be doing against them and not so much worrying about them.
Okay. Other keys to success tonight?
Really just being able to come out right away, get some energy, get some points going, and not dig ourselves a hole.
All right. Hey, feel the love, all right?
All right.
Have a good time.
Thanks.
There's Carrie Wheelhouse, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. Coach's comments, keys to success that are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. We did hear from Central Dakota Eye Care just toward the end of that last break, so we'll keep going with keys to success, and it's Josh Lean of the Huron Tigers here in our Governor pregame. talking more keys to success. Josh Lane, the head coach of the Huron Tigers. Second time we see you guys in a week, Coach, and ever since, even back 2 weeks ago when we last spoke, you guys were just starting something, and I think you've got a really good run going. I see a couple of good wins this past week over Roosevelt and even Sioux Falls Jefferson, and that's got you going. You're starting to climb the ranks just a little bit, but the bottom line is you're playing better, and you got to feel pretty good about where you're heading.
Yeah, so I don't remember exactly how I put it last time you and I talked, but the reality is what our goal is moving forward is really we're not going to get a home Sodak match, right? I think we're sitting 12, and if we play our tails off, there could be a chance of climbing in the next 2 weeks. But the reality is we want to be a hard out. We want to be the team that somebody doesn't want to come to their gym to play for a Sodak match because they're going to have to work their butts off to beat us. So that's the goal, right? And so we started that upward trajectory a couple weeks ago, months ago, maybe a month ago now. And I think it's gathering traction, right? So to say I was proud last week when we beat a Roosevelt team we were supposed to beat, in my opinion, on paper.
Right.
And then we went ahead and went to Jefferson, which is not an easy task to do. Beth is a brilliant head coach. Yeah. And we serve and pass them out of their own gym. After taking a set one punch right in the face, right? We took a punch in the gut. And then we turned around and we responded. And so those things are really good things to see your athletes be able to do and not panic on the way through that. So here we are now 2 weeks later. I anticipate Carrie's got some things up her sleeve that she didn't do 2 weeks ago, some parts of the floor she's going to cover differently. So, we're going to respond to that if necessary and do all that. So the scouting report from 2 weeks ago is out the window. Here we go. We're going to start again. And today's going to be one heck of a chess match.
Yeah, I think the one thing about Pierre, too, I mean, they've had one good win, that win over Lennox in the last couple of weeks. I mean, they know what they're capable of, but, they're still looking for the consistency. But, hey, that can pop up anytime, and you got to be ready for it.
It can, and when kids start to believe in themselves, believe in the system, and that's something Carrie is still working through with the kids. You can see it. Capability-wise, look, I mean, Keys is as good a volleyball player on your side as anybody I have on mine. Sloan can play volleyball in multiples. So kind of the misses handle everything. Like she serves well, she sets well, she passes well, she swings well. So those kids can play volleyball and just as good as our kids can and better at moments. So we're really going to have to muscle up on defense against Keys for sure, because I think she might be the hardest. She might have the heaviest arm in the gym today. And she doesn't like what happened 2 weeks ago either. She's an athlete. She's a competitor. Of course, I grew up as a young man with her dad in college. And so, there's a little bit of that too. But I smile because I know the one thing we can lean on tonight, to be honest with you, if we can serve and pass well, key to success might be the arena, right? The home court, it's the arena we feel is worth 2 points a set no matter who we're playing against. And so is that going to be enough tonight? We sure hope so. We're gonna hope that we can react to whatever adjustments Carrie's going to make, and she's probably going to react to ours, and hopefully it's a really good volleyball match.
All right, Coach, looking forward to it. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
There he is, Josh Lean, the head coach of the Huron Tigers. Coach's comments, keys to success. They're brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. We have just about a minute to go in our pregame countdown here. The Envirotech starting lineups, we'll run through those very quickly, starting with the Governors. Molly Olson, the setter at 5'6" and a junior, along with Sloan Waldron, a 5'7" senior, who will do some hitting up front. Alexa Schleckaway is a defensive specialist, but she'll get swings up front also. Schleck is a 5'7" senior. The hitters include Alyssa Lowe, the 6-foot junior in the middle, also Addie Novotny, the 6-foot sophomore middle hitter, and as Josh Lean mentioned, Allie Keys, a heavy hitting arm, a 5'8" junior for the Pierre Governors, is his one to watch. Of course, we'll see Marina Bushbaum, a 5'9" junior in there. Back row players include Lola Kinos, a 5'6" senior, and Sierra Prunty, 5'5" junior from time to time as well. And of course, Hadley Hart, the 5'6" senior, is the libero for the 3-12 Pierre Governors. Head coach Carrie Wheelhouse, assisted by Rachel Arbach and Peyton Gall. Their opponent tonight in the Envirotech starting lineups, the Huron Tigers, start with their setter, Jency Gergen, a 5'8" senior. She played very well 2 weeks ago in the win over Pierre. in Pierre at Riggs High Gym. Hitters include the senior in the middle, 6-footer Chloe Carr, along with Addison Knight, 5'8 junior, good swinger. Allie Davis was the one to watch for them, a 5'8 senior on the outside. Arian Fitzer, a young freshman at 5'9, and Jaylee Olson, a 6-foot junior middle hitter, also for the Huron Tigers. Gergen, Carr, Knight, Davis, Fitzer, Olson, the starting rotation. Hilton Hines, a talented libero at 5'8, and a senior for the Huron Tigers, head coached by Josh Lean, the veteran. He's assisted by Tyann Ulmer and Brianna Johnson. Those are tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, hear from them. We'll also hear from the South Dakota Attorney General's office. We've got your game officials when we come back, still with more of our Bank West pregame show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
We're going to end here on the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. We just heard from them. And, well, let's give you tonight's Law on the Court. They sponsor our game officials this evening. Thanks to our game officials for doing what is very oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. At the net tonight will be Dave Bestie. On the ladder, he'll be the R1, Stephanie Chetland, a young lady we see quite a bit officiating in and around these parts. Stephanie is the R2. She'll be on the floor at the scorer's table. The line judges are Molly Cones and Elizabeth Rammel, working with, again, Stephanie Chetland and Dave Bestie, tonight's game officials. Our Law on the Court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. Thanks, folks, for being our Law on the Court tonight. We serve it up after we hear from Comtech in 1 minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, drgnews.com.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Back at Huron, Comtech sponsors our opening serve of the match tonight, and it is Pierre, it is Huron. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. Welcome aboard, live streaming at drgnews.com, the River 92.7 page, with the help of Caleb Brozick and Live Ticket. You can watch this match as well as hear it, in addition to our radio coverage as well. And, of course, you can see it at gogovs.live through the Pierre School website. Huron is in white tonight. White jerseys on the far end of the floor, black numbers. They'll be hitting towards us. Libero Hilton Hines will be wearing a pink jersey. Of course, here in the month of October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, very much in the minds of a lot of people around the sport of volleyball, around high school sports in general. Our Comtech first serve will be put in play, however, by the Pierre Governors, and it'll be Lexi Schleckaway going first. The Governors in road green, hitting near court to far, and we're underway. The Comtech first serve played by Hines, and 1, 2, 3, not enough, and it's a good serve. We'll give it an ace right off the bat for Lexi Schleckaway and the Pierre Governors striking first. Fans listen all night throughout the broadcast with our right on the money highlight plays. Coming up, they're brought to you by Rounds Financial Services, where your money works for you. Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, Osaic Wealth member, SIPC. Looking forward to some highlight plays. Huron trying to get on the board, but a nice diving dig for Hadley Hart. Now down the line as we got a good look at that one, but Allie Keys kept it inside the pin, but still just misses it outside left, and an error for the Governors gives Huron their first point. We'll start with a 1-1 tie. Here on your official voice to the Govs, River 92.7. First server for the Tigers is Jency Gergen, the setter, and she's continued to play well. There's Keys with a good shot. Nice diving dig to lay out for Addie Davis, however, or actually Addie Knight. And then Huron up front with Arian Fitzer. She'll try, but she'll go long, and the Tigers counter with an error of their own. So one each per team. And the Governors will use Hadley Hart to serve this time. Lib to lib, back to Hilton Hines. Back set going the other way to Huron's right, our left as we're watching it. And a good shot from the right side. Sloan Waldron dug up by Hilton Hines on the set dig. Huron comes back. Pierre will defend. Then it's Keys. Hines lays out. You can't get him on the floor a lot of times with these Huron Tigers. Free ball sent back. Pierre with a chance to get into the system. They don't. They get a tap out from Novotny. Huron still going. The Governors defend. Sloan Waldron with a good cover up on touch number 2. Then sent away by Novotny. Now Gergen tries to put it across, and she does. Waldron got to it, but bumps it over and out of bounds. Great rally for both teams, but Huron comes up with the kill, and Jency Gergen, the setter, with her first of the night. Something we talked about with Coach Kerry Wheelhouse. You got to be ready for those setters to put them across. We see Pierre's Molly Olson try to do that quite a bit as well. Olson's going to set up here after a good dig for the Govs. Keys with a hot shot. Set dig up in the air. Great job by the back row player for Huron. And now Fitzer on the left side will send one across. Actually, they give this to Allie Davis. This is the leading scorer for Huron. And Pierre is going to have to be cognizant of where she is at all times. She really owned the night on that match at Riggs High 2 weeks ago. Got stronger as it went along. Here's Keys off of a block touch. Hines is there. Gergen sets up across the way, and this one might have gone long, but Addison Knight will score through the hands of Hadley Hart. You're playing pretty fired up so far, but Huron with a few kills now, and they've got a 4-2 advantage. Yes, actually it is Allie Davis serving, so Knight had the first kill before that. She's got 2, but now Allie Keys will score from the left side. And the Governors come right back, and they get side out. 3 serving 4 now. And the Governors will serve with Sloan Waldron down the right side. That one had some knuckle action. Tough play. Huron gets a good bump pass, and Davis swings from the back row. Waldron runs it down. Now Bushbaum in there from the 10-foot line, but that one goes up and long. Good swing for Myrna, but just missing by a foot or so, and it'll be 5-3 Tigers. Hines will serve. Coming far court to near as we're set up in the crow's nest of this historic arena. It's been used for a lot of college sports, obviously, over the years, but of course, high school sports, state titles and things like that, region tournaments all the way dating back to the 50s, if not even before. There's a swing. Nicely done for Bushbaum off the Huron block up front. Chloe Carr was there, but it'll ricochet to the scorer's table, and Marina Bushbaum gets her first kill of the evening. Governors back within one. Keys has turned to serve, 4 serving 5. As they'll send it across. Huron not in position, or not in system, but as Novotny tries to block, she'll be ruled for a net violation. This is error number 3 for the Govs here in this first set. And it'll be 6 serving 4. Huron as we trade side outs. Fitzer will check out. Ava Wambach, a 5'4 junior, comes on to serve for the Tigers. She'll go right back to the middle of the service line, and she'll come straight toward the Governors. Up the middle. Nope, over the top of Hadley Hart. The Governors let it go, and Wambach's first serve of the night is sent long. Those side outs continue to alternate back and forth as Allie Keys comes out. Lola Keenholz comes in to take her place, and now Sierra Prunty is in for Addison Novotny. Prunty, the sophomore, serves. That one had some knuckle action on it. Huron not in system. Governors have a chance with Waldron. Then it's Prunty setting up front. Nice pass. Not a lot on the swing by Schleckaway, but Huron still scrambling. Somehow they get a pass out to Knight, who takes a good cut. But the cross-court effort for Addison Knight is long. And the Governors will score a service point there. It is now 6 serving 6. Early tie here, first set. It's one good thing about sitting up top here in Huron. You get to see the knuckling action of some of these serves. You get some good angle views as well. But Jency Gergen on the return of serve this time will spot that kill over and into the campfire once again. Gergen already with 2 kills as the setter. 7-6 Huron. Addie Knight serves for the first time, and this one knuckles up on Sierra Prunty, or Lola Keenholz rather. And Keenholz unable to handle it. That's an ace, the first of the night for the Tigers. Knight again. Keenholz able to get this one up in the air. Waldron will bump it back up too close to the net, and Pierre will put it over and out of bounds. So a serve return error here for the Governors. They'll have to be careful. They've got 4 errors out of the 9 points of the Tigers so far. Don't need to help them out any more than that. Tigers up 9-6. Heading back this way, Knight with a good service run, but it'll come to an end as she'll leave this one low and in the net. 9-7 Huron as the Governors will rotate. Molly Olson back in. She'll serve it away. Near court to far. Played by the front line, Allie Davis. And a good swing on the slide. Chloe Carr on the swat. Gets that one through the hands of Hadley Hart. And it's just to be nitpicky about Hart. You've got to have your hands together if you want to get a set dig up in the air. I think she had them a little bit separated. Carr with the point. Huron up by 3 again at 10-7. New server in there, but we'll play on here. Swing away by the Governors. Waldron, but now one from the middle. And is that Davis once again, or? Nope, they did give it to 21. I thought Jaylee Olson gets one here. And now an ace for the server. This is Kaya Cheddar, 5'7 junior. The Governors reeling just a little bit. Here is Huron hits about the halfway point of game number 1. They're up 12-7 now. We were tied 6-6, so it's a 6-1 run for the Tigers. They'll look to continue, but let's take a Coca-Cola timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling and Beer.
We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Governor Volleyball.
Car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV. Think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Once again, Jaylee Olson now with 2 in a row. As Huron leads 13-7. Once again, it was 6-6. The Tigers scored 3. The Govs got a side out. Huron's run another 4 in a row now. Pierre sets outside, and we've got one that's... Well, that's interesting. That was ruled out of bounds as if it hit the pin, but the pin certainly wasn't rattling, but that'll be a hitting error for the Governors. 14-7 now. Here with more assistance to the Tiger cause. Keenholz will play the next one up, and a good block. Good keep alive. Good swing by Waldron, but Huron defends, and they'll push it back. Now Olson setting up in the middle. Swinging is Alyssa Lowe, the 6-foot junior. But Huron scrambles, and they'll free ball another one. Olson tries to keep it alive, but it goes over the net, and right there is Allie Davis, who was able to put it back. Kill number 2 for the leading scorer for this Tiger bunch. A 5'7" senior, that's her second of the night. Kaya Cheddar continues in serve. As the run continues, the serve is returned right back to Huron. Now bump pass out to Davis. She doesn't get much on it. Hart to Olson, and Pierre has to free ball it back. Out of it goes Schleckaway on the move. Once again, Jaylee Olson here looking for her third. Not this time. Now swing by Waldron, and the right side effort is good for a side-out kill. Big point for Pierre. They needed it. Huron ran off 6 in a row, and 9 out of 10 from a 6-6 tie. Sloan Waldron has her first of the night. So far, Pierre is getting their swings. They haven't scored on a lot of them, but they are getting their swings. Unfortunately, Schleckaway, who started the night with an ace, serves one long here, and it's a quick service run once again for the Governors, 16-8. Pierre's looking for consistency, trying to get some scoring, trying to get some good system going, and I applaud them for what they've been able to do on most instances, but again, Huron's just had the ball bouncing in the right spot, and here's a great lob serve by Jency Gergen as that one dies in front of Schleckaway. That's an ace, number 2 for the Tigers, and they lead 17-8. 2 weeks ago at Riggs High Gym, the Tigers won the first set 25-9. The Governors playing better right now than they did in that first set, but still, it's all Huron in this one, and now a blocking effort into the net by the Govs. That'll be another helper to the Huron cause, and a 10-point advantage, 18-8. Once again, the Governors just reeling a little bit. Gergen lobs another one this way. Good pass by Schleckaway to Olson. She'll go back the other way out to Sloan Waldron. And Sloan is able to get one through the block and down. That was solid all around for the Governors in returning serve. They need more of that. Huron had 3 in a row again. 18-9 now. Hart serve this time. Chloe Carr swings one away. Rather, that was Jaylee Olson again. Now a chance for Allie Keys, but Hines off the block is good. Huron swings from the back row this time to no avail. They'll send that one long. And the miss for Addie Knight. Service point for Pierre. Bit of a rarity. They haven't had an awful lot of those. Hart serves again. Hines is there. Good pass right up to Gergen. Quick offense, and this one is down to the middle back. Allie Davis Those two, Gergen assisting Davis with the kill as Davis rotates to serve. Again, the match they played 2 weeks ago, Davis just got better and better as the night went along. She was our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. Here's a good move of the offense out to the right side for Huron. Our left, and Arian Fitzer, the freshman, will swing one and get one to go straight down from the Governor block. 20-10, the Tigers back up by double digits. And a big swing by Olsen, feet on the floor, back row. That one sent long, and Carrie Wheelhouse will ask for time for the second and final time here in set number 1. 21-10, Huron continuing to pour it on early here. Coca-Cola break in the action. We're back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Rally for the Huron Tigers. They lead set number 1, 21-10. Welcome back to the Huron Arena. A lot of volleyball going on in Class AA tonight. We'll keep you updated on scores. Keep in mind, our sports schedule's got Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 volleyball matches and a Thursday night football contest as the Pierre Governors close out their regular season hosting the Douglas Patriots. 5:30, our pregame coming up on Thursday night. Gergen again, second hit. That's across. The Governors cover it up this time. Now punch away by Allie Keys with nothing on it. Here comes Fitzer. She'll tap it back. Here with a chance to get in system. Back set from Olsen. Waldron with a good shot, but Gergen is right there to put it up in the air. Then Hines to Fitzer. Feet on the floor. Sends it back. Chance for Novotny. That's blocked right back to Pierre. Now Olsen to Waldron. And a big swing for Keys that is covered up by Hilton Hines. Here come the Tigers. Addison Knight. Nothing doing. Set dig for Schleckaway, and now Novotny in the middle at center circle. Cannot get it across. She may have mistimed her jump a little bit, but just could not put it home. An error for the Governors on a well-played point on both sides of the net. Here's Schleckaway. Good pass. Well in the area of Waldron, but then her bump goes over the net, and right there to put it home with 2 hands is Jaylee Olsen, who's playing very well in this first set. 23-10, Huron. Davis continues to serve, and this one finally will sail long. 3 service errors now. That's another 5-point rally for Huron. Governors have to get quicker. Continues, even if they can't come all the way back and claim game number 1, which is very unlikely right now. 23-11. Governors serve. There's a swing by Olsen up front. That's through the block, and it's down. Jaylee Olsen's 4th kill puts Huron up to set point. 24-11. Hilton Hines will do the honors. Pink jersey serving it in this direction. Schleckaway gets it up into the air. Swing for Bushbaum. That one through the block and down as Carr and Fitzer were there, but Bushbaum was able to get it right between them. And then it falls right behind them. Bushbaum will add another one for the Govs. It's 24-12 on the board. It should be 24-13, I believe. Governors with a nice dig. They get it across, and a little two-hander by Waldron on the left side. Nope, that's Schleckaway. Almost too easy. Huron unable to handle it. And it's 24-13 on the board. Here come the Tigers on the move. Carr, no, that's actually good for the Tigers. Hart dug it back, but it's under the net. Chloe Carr with the soft touch. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Huron 20-25. The Governors 13. Huron strikes first. The scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Let's pause for 2 minutes. We'll go to set number 2. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Most people don't back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
To mention, they're putting up a pretty good block tonight. No block points, but they're slowing a lot of the attacks of the Governors down. And that is one reason Pierre just had trouble putting shots away, putting swings away in that first set. Huron was able to get a little bit of help from the Governors as well with 8 hitting errors, but Huron with 14 kills to help themselves also. Governors return the Comtech opening serve on the first point of set number 2. Allie Keys sees the back left corner open up, and the Governors will strike first here in set number 2. As they did in the first set also. Huron not in system. Hines with a sharp angle against the net. Gets it over. Now Sloan Waldron with the set touch. That is over and down into the Huron campfire. And Waldron with her 3rd kill so far tonight. We've seen Jency Gergen do that a couple of times for Huron. Now Waldron able to be right on the money. And right on the money highlight plays sponsored by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. Hadley Hart serving, though, coming back, and that one sails long. So the Governors have the first 2. Huron trailing 2-1 and serving. The Governors returning. Waldron couldn't get up on top of the ball here, and that one will go long. Once again, Pierre needs that offensive consistency, but they've got to minimize their errors as well. And once again, as we sit up top, you can see the action on some of these fine serves, and Allie Davis just put a beautiful one across. That one curved away from Waldron in the back right corner for an ace, and she'll go back to Waldron. That one knuckles up on Sloan, but she's able to make a play. Keys with the tap across. Now Hines will push it up ahead. Arian Fitzer, too much on that one on the cross-court effort. That's out of bounds, and it'll go back to Pierre. Huron had 3 in a row and a 3-3 tie. Davis with an ace included. 3 serving 3. Sloan Waldron's turn from down below us. She'll send it away. Hines had to range away. Running bump pass to the outside, and Addison Knight pulls the string. A little palm shot down. It's got the Governors with their feet in the mud. And it's 4-3. Huron with a quick side out. Hilton Hines to serve. Haven, Hampton, Hilton, Hines, just outstanding athletes, volleyball and basketball alike for these Tigers over the years. And Hilton's in her senior year to close out the run. Bushbaum tapped one away. Now the Governors get a block point. There's Addison Novotny up front, and Pierre right on the money this time. First block point of the night, and hopefully a momentum swinger, which they can be, like we say, right on the money. Highlight play, Rounds Financial Services in Pierre. Well done, Addie Novotny, but coming right back, and a great redirect on the shot here by Arian Fitzer. And she goes down the line, our left side, her right. Kind of pitched a screwball away from the Governor block. They were angled up waiting for the cross-court attack, but Fitzer goes right down the line. And Huron in front again at 5, serving 4. And this serve is let go by Ava Wambach. The Governors let it go. She didn't miss by much, but she missed by more than enough, as it turns out. And Pierre will get the serve back. Sierra Prunty on to serve. 5'5" junior, plays for Novotny, and then after her serve is done, Hadley Hart, the libero, comes back in. Another one for Gergen is across, and Pierre just has not been able to pick up these little set returns by Gergen. She's picked them off 3 times. Gergen has an outstanding teacher right on her own bench, Tyann Ulmer, the daughter of longtime head coach Shelley Budenhagen. She was among the best in doing just that. And Pierre will swing left side, but Schleck away a little bit long. Second error in this set. 7-5. Huron with a service point, and they lead by 2, and the serve long by Knight this time. And Pierre will take it right back. Again, biggest key right now, I think, for the Governors is you've got to get quick side outs. Huron had 3 service runs of 5 or more in that first set. In a 25-13 win, Pierre is in the net. There's another key to success. Quit helping. Stay out of the net. The third net violation for the Governors on this evening's events, and it's 8 serving 6 as Huron will rotate. Checking in will be Kaya Cheddar, the 5'7" junior. She had one of those long service rallies. In fact, I think the longest of the 3 in that first game. Governors swing from the middle, but low. Does not get up and is, again, not on top of the ball, trying to swing downward. The Governors are hitting a lot of balls long. Cheddar again in a 9-6 lead. This one is returned by Keenholz right to the net into the kitchen of Jaylee Olson. The 2-hand redirect is put away. Some of the things that we're seeing right now, and we'll talk about the Governors if they continue to hit long. Here's an ace that is going to happen. Keenholz misplays a Kaya Cheddar serve. But as the Govs have hit long on a number of occasions, Josh Lean made a great point. He said in keys to success, they feel that this arena and the dimensions of this arena floor are worth 2 points a game. Well, I'd certainly say that is the case. There's just an awful lot of space, specifically on the ends of the court. And the Governors feel like they have more room, perhaps, than they really do. Lowe's swing is blocked up front, kept alive, but Huron gets it back to Jaylee Olson, and she will miss long. Second error for Huron in this game, stopping a 4-point rally, but again, a little 5-point cushion cut back to 4 now. It's 11-7 as Chloe Carr checks out. Serving is Alexis Schleck away. 10-foot line attack, and the Governors are in the net. And this is the frustrating thing for Governor fans, and I'll just say it. It's a little frustrating when the attacker, when Allie Davis in this case, is swinging from the 10-foot line. Pierre's got, they want to keep that block up front, but you've got to go straight up, but it almost seems like you don't need to be right up on the net, close enough to be rattling it. Good swing here by Waldron as we get back to play in a 12-7 game. Now Addie Knight through the back row. Threads the needle as that one gets between Molly Olson and Lexi Schleckaway. Timeout Governors as Huron starting to build that cushion again. Set number 2, it's 13-7. It's a Coca-Cola break in the action as we pause for 30 seconds. Huron 1 set up, leading by 6 here in the second. You're listening to Governor Volleyball.
Their furnace until it's not working. But we do. At Pipe Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pint Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing. Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
On Everybody Dance Now, CNC Music Factory circa 1991. Anyway, we move on. Allie Keys with a hot shot, but once again, Huron with a good defense. Here's Molly Olson. We'll leave it in the middle, and a nice redirect here for Alyssa Lowe. Lowe finds the spot down on the right side of the Huron front line, or to our left. That'll end a short run for the Tigers of just 2. It's 8 serving 13. Lowe's first kill of the evening. Serving was Hadley Hart. There's a swing by Fitzer in the middle. Second touch is over by Olson. Huron is there. Fitzer on the run, but too long and too strong. Third error for the Tigers, as they may be starting to help the Governor cause just a little extra. Service point for Pierre, 9-13 now. Game number 2. Huron set, ready to go. Hadley Hart serves it away. Addie Knight will play it. Nice. And nice right up to the front row, but the set too far. Knight pushed it away. Now she'll get it back on an attack by Bushbaum. Fitzer dug up by Hart. Nice keep alive by Olson. Good swing out of the middle for the Governors, but a free ball coming back still for the Tigers. Olson sets up outside. Keys with a big swing, but it's off the net. She'll get it back, but only taps it away. Huron with a chance as Hines will push it up ahead to Allie Davis. Laying out for a nice dig. That is Schleck away. Keys taps another one back as Hines will push it up to Fitzer. That's a punch across. Pierre with a chance. In system here. Novotny swings. Then I don't know if that got across, but Huron was there defensively. Davis and also Fitzer maybe teaming up on the double block. That's how I'm going to score that one. Allie Davis and Arian Fitzer as Novotny. Again, just couldn't get much on it. Here's a knuckle serve by Davis that cuts away from Schleckaway. And Lexi misses that one over to the student body left. And Allie Davis is second ace, both in this set. 15-9, updating the score. Huron leading, and an easy block here for Jaylee Olson as she will deny Allie Keys in the middle. Josh Lean worried about Keys and wanting to know where she is at all times. Just served by Davis, it'll go long. That'll end the rally, but once again, Huron just has the cushion. 6-point advantage. 16-10. Governors are staying closer in this second set now than they were in the first, but they need some points. They just need the momentum swings, and they're not going to get it here. A push by Fitzer, just a little two-hand push, but the Governors back row not seeing it as quickly as they perhaps need to. Ellie Davis checking out of the back row. Camden Fouche, a 5'7" junior, checks in for the first time tonight. 17-10. Tigers have it as Hines will send it this way. Second touch has to go away by Waldron. Chance for Fitzer. They won't have it as they'll just bump it away. Oh, in the back set. Good adjustment by Bushbaum to get it across with the offhand. Now scrambling by Huron. Here's a chance for Schleckaway. Waldron in the middle. Nope, that's touched off of the swing by Novotny. And the Tigers will come back. Swing by Claire Davis, who's in there for the first time. And now Pierre with a swing in the middle, but Novotny will miss it long. A good effort miss this time. Here in system. Good rally once again. Tough break when you miss them that way, but again, there is more consistency for the Govs. Sure, they're up and down, but they are getting the swings. Here's Foosh swinging from the back row, but that's dug up by Hadley Hart. Now across the way, and the block was there. Pierre plays it out of the net, and just missing. A chance for Keys to redirect to the left side. Loose ball at the net, but just misses by inches. And another tough break for the Governors, 19-10. Huron in the second. Schleckaway pushes one up in the air. It'll go across the way on the set. Hines will lay out, dig one up, punch it back across. Now Pierre, chance, Bushbaum. Nope, it's low and in the net. And again, just frustration here for the Governors. Almost a point out of chaos that time, but they just couldn't quite get it away. And the Tiger momentum continues to build. It's 20-10 here in set number 2, working on 4 in a row. Huron coming back after this. Coca-Cola breaking the action as we pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
We're passionate.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
To build a nice lead. Once again, 2 weeks ago, it was 25-9 in the first set, but the Governors competed much better in the second and third. Both of them 25-19. And here coming out of the timeout, the serve goes awry. It is kept in play. The Governors will free ball it back, but Huron with a chance in system, and the shot down the line. Pierre's in the net anyway, but that's good for the kill. And this is Claire Davis, a 5'8 sophomore. Outside hitter, Josh Lean putting a couple of players in here that we did not see a couple of weeks ago. Camden Foosh, Claire Davis, both of whom have taken some swings. Here's Bushbaum swinging left side, but that is Foosh with the dig in the back row. Another swing up front, fits her. Governors defend well this time. Bushbaum will swing again, and that one off of a block touch and down harmlessly in the middle front. So Marina Bushbaum gets her third kill of the evening. 5-point rally comes to an end, but again, a double-digit lead for the Tigers. It's 11, serving 21. Keys sends it away, tap across, but then sent right back. Chloe Carr with a chance, couldn't put it away. The Governors keep it in play until Keys sends it back. Now another swing for Claire Davis, and this one is long. So the Governors now making, at least on the last couple of points, a couple of their own breaks here. See if they can build a little Uncle Mo on their side as well. Keys with a good serve, but again, Hilton Hines plays it up. Chance for Bushbaum coming up. There is Foosh to set it high up into the air. Now a chance for Claire Davis, and misses into the net. Now here's another thing about the Huron Arena, where Josh Lean says it's worth 2 points a game. Huron didn't get this point, but the way that that ball was set so high up into the air, you can't do that at Riggs High Gym, for example. They've got the higher ceiling. Of course, you do have a scoreboard overhead that you can't go too high on, but another way that this arena can help the Tigers with points. Here's Keys with a two-hander over the block and down in the back corner. Governors will score another. Now they've got 3 in a row for the first time tonight, if I'm not mistaken. There's Keys again. That wasn't Keys who got the point. It would have been Schleckaway, but here comes Claire Davis for the tap kill once again. So the previous point, Schleckaway's second kill. That was 4 for the Govs, but Huron has 3 to go up 2 sets to 1, or 2 sets to none, we should say. Server here is Liliana Miller on for the first time. She comes up, will get a bump pass up in the air. Novotny had a good block of a tap on the loose ball. Bushbaum punches one away. With the bump, here comes Chloe Carr on the slide, and that one hooks away from Lola Kenols in the middle back. Good route run there by Chloe Carr, her 3rd kill. Tigers lead 23-14. Governors out of timeouts. And Liliana Miller, a 5'5 junior. Good serve. That's another ace. And Kenols unable to play that one up. Huron with 4 aces in this second set. This one puts them to set point with a 10-point lead, 24-14. Miller, hot shot. Hart cuts it off, puts it up to the front row, but a push out by Schleckaway. Claire Davis will take a punch, and Hadley Hart to the knees for the dig. Bushbaum misses short at the net, hitting error number 9, ends set number 2 in favor of the Huron Tigers. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Huron 25, Pierre 14. Huron leading 2 sets to none with 1 to go. 2 down, 1 to go, and, we'll call it halftime in our River 92.7 broadcast. Halftime brought to you by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial in the Capitol Creek Center Plaza on East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. We'll be back in 2 minutes for game number 3. You're listening to Governor Volleyball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by and touchdown.
Here's Olsen, plenty of time, 3 seconds, gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
But Olsen through the hands of Schleckaway on the shot. And Jaylee, the 6-foot junior, who was very quiet, I thought, 2 weeks ago, picking up her 7th kill of the night. And Jency Gergen will serve first for the Tigers. Hadley Hart made a play, but there's no second touch here for the Governors, and Gergen with her second ace of the evening. Huron off to a good start in game number 3 as they'll play for the sweep. Schleck away to the knees, plays this one up. The Governors get it to Lowe, but she punches it away with 2 hands. Now a shot for Allie Davis, and Davis has been quiet tonight, but look out. If she gets going, the Governors may have no chance of getting back in this one. She had 3 kills in the first set, none in the second. You tell me in that second game, Allie Davis has no kills. I'd say the Governors probably are right in that match, or in that game. They still lost 25-14. Huron's becoming a very deep and versatile squad. Good block up front by Huron to deny Allie Keys. Once again, Jaylee Olson in the area. Pierre tried to make a play. Hart tried to cover it up, but slides across the center line, and it's another point for the Tigers. They've got 4 in a row to start the third. Nice play here by Schleckaway on a tough serve, and Waldron, she might have hit that with her left hand, but right to left to the back corner. This one misses by just inches again. 5-0. Tigers up. Third set, Governors will be playing for their lives here in this match. There's Olson that'll play one up. The serve. Pushed across by Keys. Got a half-hearted swing on it. Davis returns, but Hart is there to dig. Now Keys again, tap off the block, and once again it's Gergen who keeps it alive in that back row, off the floor. Olson will try again. Right side, Waldron is denied, and then pushed back by Lowe. Here come the Tigers. Tap for Arian Fitzer. Governor blockers do the job, but then the loose ball pushed across by Jaylee Olson, who continues to score points for the Tigers. Pierre's going to make a switch. Sloan Waldron will check out. Kira Mertes in for the first time, a 5'6" junior. Don't get her set in the rotation. 6-0 Huron. That was another fine battle between both teams, but it was Jaylee Olson with the right on the money. Highlight play. Opportunity for the Govs and a sharp cross-court effort for Keys, and this one falls an inch wide. According to Molly Cones on the back end. Line judge, 7-0. Tigers have a touchdown with the extra point so far. Out of the net, Olson keeps it alive and then sent away by Mertes. Here comes the Tigers. Good block here by the Governors to get it up into the air. Mertes is set, and Lowe is blocked by Jaylee Olson, but then the loose ball this time, Lowe is able to take advantage. And this time it's Alyssa Lowe right on the money. With that winning of the battle, the highlight play. Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. With the right on the money highlight plays in our broadcast. First time on the floor for Hannah Eads, sophomore hitter up front for the Governors. So she just checked in. Huron in scramble mode. They'll finally get one across to return the Governors serve. Pierre finally on the board, down 7-1 here in the second. Here's a shot for Fitzer, and that one misses wide. There's a good look from across the court by the line judge that time. And the Governors with a service point. Hadley Hart serving. Governor fans just want to see some momentum. They want to see some service rallies, some continued spirited play. Here's Davis, dug up by Olson, but it's back to the net, and that'll still be a kill for Allie Davis. Molly Olson reached for it. I was impressed that she got a play on it, but as it turned out, it was a line drive back to the net. Davis moves over to the left side of the service line, sends it back in this direction. There's a swing for Keys. Once again, Huron defends. Schleck away with a dig coming back. Olson pushes it back to the corner, but Hines runs it down. Now Fitzer, good swing here. Governors had a block touch. Molly Olson puts it back up, but again, it's right to the net. And waiting for it is Addison Knight to slam it home for kill number 4. 9-2 Huron. Allie Davis will serve it again. Hart with the pass. Mertes out with the set to Hannah Eads. Couldn't get much on it. Feet on the floor. This one will go wide. That was a shank off of the palm of Arian Fitzer. Unforced error for Huron that time. There haven't been that many of those. I can guarantee you that. And honestly, Pierre hasn't had a lot of unforced errors outside of net violations, which they've had plenty of. Mertes serving for the Governors. Up top, Fitzer. Good job defensively for Pierre, but again, Huron has more defense. Hines with a pass up to Gergen. Here is Fitzer. This one ricochets. It's out of bounds, but it's off a Pierre block. And Arian Fitzer scores that. Judging by Arian's expression or her reaction, I thought that ball might have gone off the top of the tape. I initially thought Pierre had the touch, and that was the case. So 10-3 Tigers, and we have another net violation. Probably on the scramble after the return of serve. That'll be an ace for Hilton Hines. 11-3. Huron opening it up big time, and Mertes can't run this one down. Misplay by Hadley Hart, and the Governors, I believe, have another substitution. That's back-to-back aces for Hilton Hines. Mertes checks out. Sloan Waldron back in. 12-3 Huron, making it look easy. Waldron sets it back. Governors with a collision up front, just trying to get in position. Here's Bushbaum with a set outside. Keys can't put it away. Fitzer will try for the Tigers. Sierra Prunty is playing middle back. She had a dig, but Pierre couldn't make a play out of it, and it's going to be another point for Arian Fitzer, her 5th of the evening. Another 4-point rally for the Tigers. It's 13-3. Carrie Wheelhouse seems content to just let other people get opportunities to make plays. Here comes Bushbaum on the run. Followed it well, but has to palm it away. Chance for Chloe Carr. Stepping up into it, and another net violation for the Governors. That's got to be 6 at least tonight for the Govs. We haven't seen that. We've seen that a time or two where they have a few net violations, but there are just way too many net violations on the part of the green side of the net. There's Waldron. Blocked by Carr. Timeout asked for and received by Carrie Wheelhouse. Chloe Carr with a block point to send us to this Coca-Cola break in the action. 6 in a row and still counting for the Huron Tigers. It's 15-3 as they play for the sweep. We're in the third, 30-second Coke break. We'll be back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Buying or
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Ryan Open back with you in the Huron Arena. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There are some things that I think the Govs are playing pretty well. They've gotten a lot of swings, but Huron is just frustrating the dickens out of them because of the solid defense that they continue to possess. Another opportunity for a shot. An effort error. It's just a little bit long for Marina Bushbaum. Still a good swing, one of the better swings they've had, but the Tigers have once again just been able to block almost everything tonight or dig or keep them off of the net. Here's Bushbaum. That one off the block and down to the back row. Marina Bushbaum with kill number 4 for the Governors. 7 in a row, though, for Huron. Opened it up to 16-3. Now 4. Serving 16. It'll be Ali Keys to serve for the first time in this third set. Here's Arian Fitzer. Keys with a set dig. Pierre couldn't get anything set up, though. Schleckaway taps it away. And now Carr is off the net, and this one ricochets over and out of the reach of Marina Bushbaum in the front row. Again, the arena is good for 2 points a night. And that didn't really have anything to do with the arena, but still a fortunate bounce for the home team. And Chloe Carr, kill number 4. 17-4. Pierre has to settle for a one and done. Waldron will leave one up for Bushbaum, and there again, a nice dig. That's Ava Wambach in the back row. Coming up with it, Allie Davis, back row attack, but she mistimed her jump. Got up a little too soon and shoots one back into the net, and it'll be point to the Govs. Trailing by 12, 17-5. Hannah Eads with her first serve of the night, first in a while, and Huron with a serve return error. They did get an opportunity to set one up, but couldn't take advantage. So it'll be 6 serving 17. Hannah, the 5'10 middle hitter, the sophomore, comes up a little light on this one, and that'll be in the net. And she'll check out as Hadley Hart back in. Eads is in there for Novotny. Pierre got one service point, but not enough. They trail 18-6. And serving away here is Camden Fouche. There's a tapper, good for Keys over on the left side, off the block, actually Schleck away. It's not the first time I've made that mistake. I look down there, I see Allie Keys, but then I see the number. And it is Lexi Schleck away, third kill for Lex. Side out back to the Govs. 18-7. Pierre with a free ball back to them. A chance to put it in system. Waldron is blocked, but there is Schleck away. She'll get it back. That one not touched by Huron. That one stayed in the top of the tape. Schleck away. Comes up low. 19-7. Huron 6 points away from a 3-game sweep as Josh Lean can continue to shuffle people in and out. Hines comes out in the natural rotation. Allie Davis checks out as well. Chloe Carr serving. Pierre free balls the return. And there's Claire Davis, who came in the middle half toward the end of that second set. On here in the third. It's one through the block and down. 20-7, T-5 and counting. Carr will send it this way. That's got some screwball action on it, but a nice play up by Lola Keenholz. Tapped out by Pierre. Left side chance for Davis off the net and tracked by Molly Olson. That one will fall out of bounds. 5 hitting errors for the Tigers in this third set. They had 5 in the second, only 3 in the first. Their error numbers have been much better than Pierre's tonight. 20-8. Schleck away, hammers one too long. And right back to Huron it'll go. Governors have to keep him in play now as they trail 21-8. They haven't put that 21st point on the board yet, though. Sending one back here, and another ace. Jency Gergen, second in this game, 4th of the set for the Tigers. I think they still have one to put up on the board, but Huron leading 21-8 is more than enough. As it is, Sierra Prunty with the play up of the Gergen save this time. Nice pass back to the middle. Alyssa Lowe off the net, swings away, but Huron defends. Hadley Hart with the pass, and it's a free ball back. There was miscommunication on the part of the Governors once again. Now, Jaylee Olson will miss low and into the net. She's played so well tonight. That might be her first mistake all night long. 21-9. Governors maybe with one last chance for a service rally. Hadley Hart on to serve. She's had some good ones recently. Played up by Hilton Hines. Now a swing away too long. And Huron with error number, no, what happened? Another net violation? Or they called it a touch. There was a block touch by the Governors, so that might have been Olson again, or maybe Fitzer. I'm going to go with Fitzer on the point on that last one. Pierce shoves one back. And the Huron serve. Now 23-9. This time the Tigers will miss wide. 23-10 our score. And well, unfortunately for Pierre, we had a 23-10, for example, in the first set, a 21-10 score in the second set. Now 23-10 here by the time the Governors get into double figures in the third. Hines backs off, makes a nice play on the run. Prunty unable to handle his swing here by Fitzer, who has her fourth now in this set. Match point, Huron Tigers. And it is 24-10. Hilton Hines will serve for the match. Up the middle. Keys plays it up. Here's Bushbaum swing. Good one at that, but Davis and Huron is into the net this time, but this shot was put away. A loose ball at the net put home by the Governors, and Hannah Eads will collect her first kill. Match point will have to wait for the Tigers. It's 11 serving 24. Allie Keys will send it away. Hilton Hines to Jency Gergen. Tap by Fitzer. That's covered up by Hadley Hart on a nice play. Hart run down by Hilton Hines. Big shot. Too much. And Huron celebrates. There was another block touch here, and Camden Fouche, I believe, will get that final point. Huron with another solid night as they win this one 25-11 in the third. And an easy three-set sweep for the Huron Tigers, who just continue to play better and better as this season goes along. They win it on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, 25-13, 25-14 in the second, 25-11 in the third. Overall, Huron scoring 75 points tonight to just 38 for the Pierre Governors. Hard to believe, but Pierre did some things that were pretty good tonight, but Huron was just too good at the net and in the back row defensively, and they win this one quite comfortably. 13-14-11 for the Governors. Huron with the victory improves to 9-10 on the season. The Governors trying to stay above water in the Sodak 16. They'll fall to 3-13 on the season. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. As it gets colder, use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. A 3-minute timeout. We hit the postgame coming up. Postgame's brought to you by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. And we're back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Governor Volleyball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Hi, this is Leslie Iceberg, your new real estate consultant at Kathy Sunshine Properties. As a local business owner, mother, and grandmother, I know our community and our market. Our team combines local knowledge with extensive training to give you 51 years of superior service. Whether you're buying or selling, contact me or any of our professional agents at 224-5588 or stop by and see us at 301 Capitol. Let Kathy Sunshine Properties help your next move be the right one.
Holiday skip payments are back. This is Julia with Oahe Federal Credit Union. The holiday seasons are right around the corner. With all the traveling and holiday shopping, the costs can build up. That is why Oahe Federal Credit Union is offering our members the chance to skip your loan payments for a small fee for the months of October, November, or December. In return, we will donate a portion of those proceeds to a local charity. Oahe Federal Credit Union, 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre.
The Ramkota Hotel is thrilled to introduce the Riparian Pub and Cafe. Lunchtime just got delicious with their lunch buffet featuring a fresh salad bar, homemade soup of the day, and a daily hot entree served from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. Whether it's a quick bite or a leisurely lunch, the Riparian Lunch Buffet is for you. Fresh flavors, great variety, and a whole new vibe. The Riparian Pub and Cafe, where great food brings people together.
Dr. Ryan and his team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg would like to thank their wonderful patients for allowing us to treat their whole family, from infants to elders and everyone in between, including routine dental care, same-day crowns and bridges, implants, and many more procedures. We are excited that soon we'll be able to offer IV sedation. We are excited for what the future will bring. Call 224-7774 to schedule an appointment today. Again, thank you to all our wonderful patients.
Always a tough place to play. Find that out once again tonight here in the Huron Arena as the Tigers defeat Pierre in straight sets, 25-13, 25-14, 25-11. I'm Brian Oakland. Welcome to our Family Dental postgame. Family Dental offices in Pierre and in Gettysburg, as we just heard from them. Well, early on, this match seemed like it was going to be quite competitive, and the Governors, who lost in straight sets, first set wasn't too pretty 2 weeks ago at Riggs High Gym. The second and third sets they played quite a bit better, but still came up short. And tonight, when it was 6-6 in the first game, kind of thought maybe the Govs would play a little bit better tonight. And again, in my opinion, Pierre, they need more consistency on offense. They need more swings. That was one thing that Carrie Wheelhouse talked about in Keys to Success in our pregame conversation. I feel like they got the swings tonight, but they were able to either get in system with a good first pass, a good set pass, but and then set up a good swing. But when that was the case, Huron had the good block touches up front. The defense played well coming back, even if it was clean through. Good digging going on in the back row by the Huron Tigers. And even the Governors at times were able to get swings out of chaos, as they say. A little bit of a scramble mode, but a good second pass that leads that hitter up to the net. We saw some of that from time to time tonight as well. But everything the Governors were able to swing away at, the Tigers had an answer for, and that's nothing new. Huron has done that for years. Going back to the Shelley Budenhagen years, they've continued that here. Still, Shelley Budenhagen's presence is still here. Her daughter is one of the assistant coaches, and nothing really has changed. It's been tougher going for the Tigers this year, but the way they're playing lately, Josh Lean, he said they wanted to be a tough out when that Sodak 16 comes around. I dare say he's going to get exactly what he wants. This team is 7-3 in the last month of the season now with this win tonight, second including 2 over the Governors. That coming after, I imagine, an eye-opening straight set loss to Yankton back on September 16th it was. But since then, Huron has really been playing quite well, and they've lost to some pretty good teams, but they've beaten some good teams along the way as well. And they certainly look good tonight. 13, 14, 11. Once again, the 3 scores for the Governors. So it was 6-6 in that first set, but then Huron scored 3 in a row after a single side out for the Govs. Then Huron scored 6 in a row to make it 15-7. They had a few more to go up 18-10. Then they get 5 more to go up 23-10. And they cruised from there 25-13. Gov scored the first 2 of the second set. And Huron was able to counter, take the lead, but we tied at 3 and 4 and 5. And even neck and neck at 7-6 Tigers before they get 4 in a row in the second to go up by 5 at 11-6. Then they add a few here and there, and they get a 7-point edge at 16-9. Another 5-point run to go up 21-10, however, after a single side out for the Governors, and they even scored the last 4 points of that game to win it going away 25-14, and then they score 7 unanswered to start the third set. And they never really did look back from there as they cruised to a 25-11 score. And I still feel like, and again, this is, I know the coaches are frustrated, the players are frustrated, the fans are frustrated too, in the fact that the Governors just aren't able to generate enough of their own breaks, so to speak. And but once again, frustration because of the way the defense is playing, frustration at times because you do have some unforced errors, especially the net violations that came into play tonight for the Govs, helping the Huron cause. Obviously, there's still things that have to be cleaned up. Obviously, the Governors, like Josh Lean and the Huron Tigers, would still like to be a tough out in that Sodak 16, but they have to make sure they stay in the Sodak 16, and another tough loss to hinder that tonight. As we take a look at the stats in this one, Huron outscores the Governors in the kill column 36-15 overall, and they spread the wealth. I've got 10 Huron players. Let's make that 9 Huron players with at least 1 kill in this game, as they were able to get some people in off the bench to contribute as well. Jaylee Olson, the 6-foot junior middle hitter, leads all scorers with 8 kills. Arian Fitzer, the freshman, with 7. Allie Davis held to 5 tonight. Addison Knight with 4. Also with 4 is Chloe Carr. And then Claire Davis off the bench with 3 kills. Jency Gergen, the setter, with 3. And single kills for Camden Fouche, and for I had one for Kaya Cheddar. Not sure. I don't recall Kaya, a back row player, getting one, but I did have one on her stat sheet, I guess. So 36 overall. The Governors with 15, led by Marina Bushbaum's 4, 3 each for Sloan Waldron and Lexi Schleckaway. They get 2 for Alyssa Lowe, only 2 for Allie Keys tonight. And the Tigers were definitely keying in on Allie Keys, as she just could not get anything going. The defense was in her face all night long. Hannah Eads in that last game had 1 kill as well, 36-15 in that kill column. Huron got it done blocking-wise. They had 2 blocks in the second set, 2 more in the third, 4 overall. 2 of those from Jaylee Olson. Chloe Carr had 1. Allie Davis and Arian Fitzer team up on a double block in the second set as well. Addie Novotny had a single ace block for the Governors. Serving, well, it's all Huron. The Governors with 1 ace coming from Lexi Schleckaway. They had 4 misses in serve. Huron with 10 aces tonight, and 6 different players getting at least 1 ace. Jency Gergen had 3. Hilton Hines and Allie Davis with 2. They get single aces from Addie Knight, Kaya Cheddar, and from Liliana Miller off the bench as well. The Governors did have some serve return issues, and Huron with 6 misses in serve tonight. Huron with just 15 errors on the floor, about half of those coming in the third set. The Governors go 8, 9, and 5 on the error department, 22 overall. And when you're averaging 7 a game, that certainly isn't helping your cause. It's more to the opposing side, so to speak, as well. So that kind of spells it, a 3-set sweep for the Huron Tigers tonight, 25-13, 25-14, 25-11. Let's take care of some more business coming up, as we've got the big plays of the game and your player of the game still to come after this 3-minute timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
As a cooperative, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union is owned by our members. Once a member, always a member, even if you move out of the area. We provide deposit services and loans of all kinds, including home loans, egg loans, and vehicle loans with competitive rates. Stop by and visit us at North Garfield at the Northridge Plaza in Pierre, or use our convenient drive-through lane. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work, call Ferding Electric. Ferding Electric staffs licensed, knowledgeable electricians to help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential or commercial, Ferding Electric knows how to get the job done right. Call Ferding Electric at 224-8684. Stop in at 2903 East Elizabeth, just off the truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, we're in the business of improving lives. That means ditching the fees big banks charge, offering cash back to do more of what you love, and boosting convenience with extended service hours Monday through Saturday. Bank how you like, when you like, with local financial advice when you need it. Let's get started. Learn more at bhfcu.com. Stop by any BHFCU location or call us at 1-800-482-2428.
Tokyo Japanese Cuisine, conveniently located in the Northridge Plaza, prepares authentic Japanese fare, including hibachi and delicious sushi. They're a great choice for eat-in or takeout in the Pierre area. Tokyo Japanese Cuisine, they're known for their variety in taste and high-quality fresh ingredients. So experience the friendly atmosphere and excellent service. Open at 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday, noon on Sundays, and for carry-out orders, call 605-494-3388.
Smart grocery shopping takes a little TLC. Thrifty, local, and convenient. Dakota Marts in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Walk down the aisles and find the highest quality meats, freshest produce, and delicious bakery and deli items. This week's special Best Choice 12-pack pop assorted flavors, 3 for $9. On your way home, stop at Dakota Mart Gas and save up to 20 cents per gallon every day. Dakota Mart, your hometown neighborhood market.
Dr. Ryan and his team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg would like to thank their wonderful patients for allowing us to treat their whole family from infants to elders and everyone in between, including routine dental care, same-day crowns and bridges, implants, and many more procedures. We are excited that soon we'll be able to offer IV sedation. We are excited for what the future will bring. Call 224-7774 to schedule an appointment today. Again, thank you to all our wonderful patients.
Post-game continues here at the Huron Arena. Governors handled tonight by the Tigers in straight sets in this one. Before we go any further, station identification, you're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Good reminders there from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. With all of the plays that were made tonight, the Huron Tigers make most of them. They win this one in straight sets easily. Actually, they win all 3 sets by double figures. They didn't do it without the help of big plays, and your big plays in the contest are sponsored and in the broadcast by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Let's step away here from Hermanson's, and your big plays are next in our Governor postgame.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Big plays brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics, and there's a storyline in this one that we can add to it. But, of course, the big plays have to do with, as usual in high school volleyball or in our broadcasts, we kind of go with the service rallies. And there was a big one in the first set that took Huron from a 6-6 tie to, at the time, a 15-7 lead. That was a 9-1 rally. You're scoring 9 out of 10, but there were more service rallies, that, including a 5er that took them from 18 to 23 to 10. And, of course, there were other ones through the second and even a 7-0 rally that started the third set. The Governors just got frustrated on things like that as, again, they were doing a number of things pretty well. But you have to add big plays in the form of good block touches. Not a lot of ace blocks, but there were 4 of those for Huron tonight. But just block touches that allowed the defense to come up and set things up. Huron didn't get in system every time, but they were at least able to keep balls off the floor. And that is also playing big all night long. And again, that's nothing new for the Huron Tigers, but they've had better teams in years past that were difficult to score on. And even still, this team, as well as they're playing right now, again, they've won 7 out of 10, including this match tonight, and they're just getting better and better. And they may very well be a tough out tonight, but or in the Sodak 16, we should say. But you got to give it up to their blocking and their back row coverage tonight, as their defense also contributes to the Hermanson Endodontics. Big plays of the night from Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. And with that, one order of business to take care of yet, and that's the naming of tonight's player of the game. And we'll go with the Tigers in this one, but if we were to go with the Governors' players of the game, might include Marina Bushbaum. She's getting swings. She had a team-high 4 kills, but still missing on a number of occasions tonight. You did have, again, great efforts by the Govs, but just one of those nights where statistically it was just a tough night all around for Pierre, and nobody really standing out in this one. Lexi Schleckaway had an ace and 3 kills, but still had a tough night in the back row also. So we'll look at the Huron Tigers and what they've got for candidates, and we'll name your player of the game. Let's hear from Cowboy Country Stores first in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fall means hunting, sporting events, school activities. It means busy. Delicious, on-the-go, fresh foods from Cowboy Country Stores make life easy. Delight in the Champs Chicken Tenders special. 6 tenders, just $8. 8 for $10 and 10 for $12. Add delicious sides and you're set. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champs Chicken.
Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre sponsor player of the game nominees and the actual player of the game award that we'll hand out tonight. Nominees include the hitters up front, including Arian Fitzer, the freshman who had 7 kills tonight. Allie Davis was held in check by the Governors, so they did do some good things. Chloe Carr comes up with 4 kills, and as I heard from Coach Josh Lean, who was up here talking to our Huron counterpart, she had a good night swinging in this one as well, which isn't always the case. She did have an ace block tonight as well, but for my money tonight, oh, and by the way, the back row, once again, it's Hilton Hines, who, just like her sisters before her, they're all 3 liberos, and Hilton had a great night in that back row. I could have gone her way, including a couple of aces, but the frustration that the Governors felt tonight had a lot to do with Hilton Hines and her back row mates just keeping balls off the floor, and the Governors just, despite all the good swings, they couldn't get much to hit the ground because of that back row play. So Hilton Hines is certainly a candidate, as is Jency Gergen, 3 aces, 3 kills from the setter spot. She continues to play well. But for my money, a quiet night 2 weeks ago for Jaylee Olson turns into a team-high 8 kills tonight. Couple of ace blocks as well. Jaylee Olson, this 6-foot junior middle hitter, another part of that presence. And again, the back row played well, but the front line played well in getting those block touches, and Jaylee Olson had a lot to do with that. So she is our player of the game tonight. She gets a T-shirt noting her accomplishments from River 92.7 Sports and Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Huron with a straight set win. They're 9-10 on the season. They get the rest of the week off, and they'll take on another old District 3 AA rival. Right down the road they go to Mitchell to battle the Colonels. And as well as Huron is playing, Mitchell might be the one team in this part of the state that is playing better than the Huron Tigers. We'll see how that one goes for them next Tuesday. The Governors have 2 more matches coming up. It certainly doesn't get any easier. They've got the second-ranked O'Gorman Knights on the road on Friday. That's where we'll be Friday night with a 6 o'clock pregame, and then Saturday afternoon, 12:30 p.m. pregame and a 1 o'clock first serve. The Governors will be back home at Riggs High Gym battling the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. Obviously another old District 3 AA affair going on Saturday afternoon. Before we let you go, here's a run through the scores that are going on in AA tonight. Harrisburg got the first 2 sets quite easily on Class A power Sioux Falls Christian, but Christian leads 15-10 in the third. So Harrisburg up 2 sets to none. Sioux Falls Lincoln with 2 sets over O'Gorman, 25-21, 25-23, but O'Gorman wins the third, 25-21. Lincoln still up 2 sets to none. Brookings has swept Sioux Falls Roosevelt tonight. Sioux Falls Jefferson and Watertown split the first 2 sets, and Watertown is up 22-17 at last check in the third, so they look to go up 2-1. And Aberdeen Central is surprising Mitchell tonight. Of course, that's the number 8 power-rated team against the number 5, and in Aberdeen, the Golden Eagles won the first 2, 26-24, 25-15, and now they've swept the Colonels 25-21. So Mitchell did not have the best of nights tonight, as they will drop their 5th match of the season. Aberdeen Central starts the week off on a high note, and again, they come to Pierre on Saturday afternoon. And Brandon Valley has a 2-1 lead over Sioux Falls, Washington. That one knotted up in the 4th at 21-21. There's more action out west, but Justin Cowart will have all the volleyball scores from around the state on drgnews.com tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, there is more volleyball going on as we speak on other DRG Media Group stations. I think either KGFX or KPLO has Stanley County and Highmore Herald going on tonight. If you're interested in listening for more volleyball, tune into other stations of DRG Media Group. Huron tonight, right on the money with a right on the money highlight plays. Most of them, in fact, with right on the money highlight plays brought to you by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. you. And a reminder to all of those on the road for high school sports or whatever the reason, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all, text or drive. There is no and make sure you buckle up too. You've got some place to be. Reminders from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. You can rewatch this match with the help of Caleb Brozick and Live Ticket, as they've done the honors there. Rewatch at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page, or on the Live Ticket in GoGov's live YouTube feed. And we thank Caleb for making the trip and joining us. He'll be with us as well throughout the week ahead. And for Chuck Hansen, who has taken over the duties of technical direction in our DRG Media Group and River 92.7 studios. Our next broadcast, we talk about volleyball Friday and Saturday afternoon. Our next broadcast, however, is the regular season finale for the Pierre Governor football team as they host the Douglas Patriots. That is Thursday night. Keep in mind a 6 o'clock kickoff Central Time. We'll be on the air at 5:25 on Thursday for our next coverage of Governor Sports. Governor football Thursday, volleyball at O'Gorman on Friday, and then volleyball at Riggs High Gym on Saturday afternoon at 12:30 as they host the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brian Oakland. You've been listening to Pierre Governor Sports on your official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, drgnews.com. Your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard has Huron winning it in straight sets, 25-13, 25-14, 25-11. Have a good rest of Tuesday, everybody.
You've been listening to coverage of Pierre Governor Sports on the official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and DRG Media Group. Governor Sports is brought to you by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedic, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Sensory Business Products, and the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency of American Family Insurance. Governor Sports is also sponsored in part by HAG Services, Dakota Mart, TMA, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Office, Edward Jones, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Wegner Auto, Graham Tire, and by Xander Auto Parts, American Bank and Trust, Kathy's Sun and Shine Properties, Hawaii Federal Credit Union, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi, Common Lumber, Birding Electric, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. Then coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 is also brought to you by these special in-game sponsors: Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Rounds Financial Services, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service. Thanks for listening to Pierre Governor Sports on the official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.